Word of the day today is Yahweh. So we know that Yahweh is represented by the 4 Hebrew consonants, which is Y, H, W, H, right? A sequence of consonants. So this name is derived from the Hebrew verb to be and is interpreted to mean he brings things into existence. Yahweh is explained through the phrase I am who I am, right? Which signifies God's eternal, self-existent, and unchanging nature. Exodus chapter 3, verse 13 to 15 reads as follows. Then Moses said to God, if I come to the people of Israel and say to them, the God of your fathers has sent me to you, and they ask me, what is his name? What shall I say to them? God says to Moses, I am who I am. And he said, say this to the people of Israel, I am has sent me to you. So God refers to himself as I am who I am. And then in short, I am. God gives Moses this name, right, in Exodus. I am who I am. The reason why God does that is he establishes a personal relationship with Israel, so with the Israelites, right? And he's promised to deliver them from bondage. So the name, So the name also emphasizes God's authority and his power to act as their redeemer. So you'll see that a lot of the time when you see the name Yahweh being used, it's when God is basically establishing a personal relationship. Like when we look back at Genesis, God created the universe. It all belongs to him. Personal relationship, ownership belongs to him. So even when he talks about in Genesis chapter 2, verse 4, to take note of is that the divine name Yahweh has suggested to scholars a range of likely nuances of meaning. That God is self-existent and therefore not dependent on anything else for his own existence. That's number 1. That God is the creator and sustainer of all that exists. That's number 2. That God is immutable in his being and character and thus is not in the process of becoming something different from what he is, meaning that God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. That's number 3. 4, that God is eternal in his existence. Well, like to say is that what I like about Moses, guys, Moses had a lot of questions. And there's nothing wrong with having questions. God doesn't mind us having questions. And if you read the book of Exodus, you'll see that God actually, should I use the word entertains the questions that Moses has to show you that God is a God of love, man. And there's nothing wrong with having questions. So when you have questions, ask. The more you interact with Holy Spirit, the more he interacts with you. So yeah, that is the word of the day today. Let's see what we have tomorrow.